All right, all right, all right. Oh, hi, guys. My closet's open. So let's pretend nobody saw that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Late Night TCG, your one-stop shop for all things Pokemon TCG here on your Wednesday nights. So thank you guys so much for joining us. My name is Kyle Koopa Rios. I will be your host and captain for tonight as we are piloting through some of the last tournaments in our Temporal Forces meta. We are coming off of a big weekend if you are fans of time and space. Hence why we're playing some Sinnoh music tonight to celebrate. But yeah, we're getting into Top Cut here in just a second. So we are going to talk about all the fun stuff we got going on tonight. Again, I'm very, very excited for tonight's tournament. We only got a couple tournaments left in this format. Twilight Masquerade is right around the corner, as is LA Regionals as well as NAIC. We are a little bit less than a month removed. In fact, we are probably exactly a month removed. This time next month, a lot of us will all be in New Orleans having a grandiose old time, and some of us won't be. But nonetheless, we're here. We're having a good time. I'm having a great time. I hope you guys are. Thank you, PJ. Appreciate the appreciate the love. Shout outs to Daddy PJ, El Jefe, fearless leader. I'm very excited for next format. Absolutely. I'm biased because Lugia is back in style next format, and I am the most Lugia-ist of bots. So, getting ready for a live stream here. Let's talk about tonight's pairings. So, we got regular here at Late Night Champion, All Out Blitzle, rocking the Pidgeot control. Pretty sure he's playing the same list he played in Indianapolis, where he got a day 2 finish. I think he finished top 64. I'd have to double check that list if I'm correct or not. He's going to against OCRT, who's rocking Charizard Pidgeot, so that's going to be a rough one for the boys at home. Got Evan Campbell, 94. Rocking the Dialga Matang. Going against Chris Brewer, playing Arctina. Big stocks if you're a fan of Dialga. Obviously, Dialga coming off of a huge win this weekend at the hands of Andrew Hendrick. Very, 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 very exciting stuff. I love it when the rogue deck does well, and it just happened to be a perfect storm for Andrew this past weekend. A lot of very Chen-Pao heavy top 8. Dialga seems to have a pretty good matchup in that regard. So, really, really good weekend for him. So, no surprise to see Dialga represented here. James Hart, rocking the Future Hands box, going against Pape TCG, who's rocking Snorlax Stall. And rounded up our top 8, it's Kip CG, rocking the Roaring Moon. So we got Baby Moons. No the Dunsparce in here, just a Roaring Moon deck with a lot of Sada, Pokestop. Explorer's Guidance is trying to cut the fluff out of it. They're going up against Maxi Meb, who's rocking Lugia. Again, a deck very close to my heart. A deck that, again, going to be back in style next format. So I hope you guys are ready to learn your Lugia matchups again. So, and I think, as a treat for myself, I'm going to put us up against, I think this is its Kip down here. I'm going to tune into this stream to see if this is accurate or not. And I believe it is. So we're going to transition over to the gameplay screen. And again, as we're solo casting, it's just my face tonight. So I'm going to try to make this window as tight as I can possibly make it. So just bear with me for 1 second, folks. So it's going to be Roaring Moon. Looks like we picked on the Roaring Moon room. Going up against Lugia V-Star. So again, deck I'm very familiar with. Lugia is a deck that's near and dear to my heart. So we're going to see how this all pans out here. Pretty typical Lugia start here. Not a bad way to start your game. Lugia in the active. Get a Minccino established and have an energy attached. So, all things considered, you're doing pretty well here. Now, this can get kind of scary because this is a deck that is known to pop off on the second turn. Starting to EX here is tough. So you're going to need a lot of things to happen here. You're going to need to hit a Dark Patch. You're going to need to hit the Sada. And you're also going to need to hit the energy attachment for turn. All things that are very possible. Yeah, in fact, you have everything in hand right now. So the only thing you'd really be missing here is getting the Greninja in play. So that's the tough part. Having Greninja is the other equation. Being able to get that energy into the discard pile to be able to re-accelerate it with the Sada. That's the tough part. I think we're just going to go for the research here, though. Clear out the hand. But if you go for the research, you're kind of waving the white flag on the secondary turn here. Gonna go for the Sada and attach. Draw 3 more cards. That's not a great hand, unfortunately. It's just gonna be the attach and pass. So, angry emote. Because we were so close to getting a potential swing here on the Lugia. You're just gonna attach the Jet Energy to the Minccino. Evolve this Lugia V-Star. See what the play is gonna be here. And the Iono coming through here. So we're gonna go for the high roll, hoping that we maybe hit one of our search cards. Get the Arceus that we're looking for. We see here on Kip's side, we hit heads. So if we have an Ultra Ball in hand, that's not bad. On Kip's side, we do have an energy to attach. We do have Greninja here and a Roaring Moon to put down. So plenty of stuff for the second turn to go off here. But let's see if we can possibly get the Archeops on board here. No, it's going to be a call for family, so we're probably going to establish a second Lugia, as well as a Snorlax. No, okay. So riding the wave with the singular Lugia right now, that could be a little dangerous, but I think we're going to be okay here. Choosing to establish... how ironically, we got Lugia's song playing right now as well, so. All right, concealed cards coming through. Now, we'll see if this pans out here, actually, so. Get a can of music here, because we do have sound effects we can use, obviously, so. Alright, gonna Ultra Ball away the looks like we're just gonna get rid of this second EX and the Darkness Energy. Gonna establish the Cleffa to maybe draw some cards here, so. Maybe taking advantage of the slow start here from Lugia, trying to establish yourself into a good position. Gonna hit that energy here. Draw a few more cards. Hand's not looking great here. No, so we're just gonna go for the Calamity Storm. No gift energy attached to the Minccino, so that's gonna get the races started here for Kip. Get the Roaring Moon EX off the prize cards. Not bad stuff. Now we have the V-Star in the active. Obviously, Lugia V-Star can not get the knock here. We do have the Ultra Ball. Second Chops has hit the discard, it looks like. Possibly. I'm not gonna get a look at the discard pile then, or not see if we get if we got an Archeops established there or not. Serena here. Okay, so if we haven't already done so already, Serena's going to discard the Luminion as well as the Archeops. Draw 5, and now we're gonna get Summoning Star established here. I'm gonna hit the Great Ball to try to hit the Minccino. No, we're gonna whiff. No, second Great Ball. There we go. Gets the Cinccino. That's huge stuff. We're gonna Primal Turbo to the Cinccino here. Now, if you're lucky here, if you're Max, you hopefully have drawn into a Jet Energy. No, it looks like that's not the case here. Looks They're just going to go for the 200, knowing that we can't get the knockout here anyway. But smartly attaching the Mist Energy, so that's going to take away Frenzied Gouging. So that's going to force Kip to two-shot his way through this Lugia V-Star. There is no disruption in the pile right now, so... Smart stuff, playing to your out, establishing some energy on other boards here. Counter catcher kind of useless here because you are in the lead. So now a bit of a crossroads here. Looks like we're going to go for the Explorer's Guidance. Discard some cards here. We're going to grab the Roaring Moon EX. And I guess this, yep, get the Super Rod here just because you know that you're going to lose some guys here. At some point... Doing kind of an awkward turn here, knowing that the energy is starting to flow out of Lugia right now. And you see the Snorlax established here as well with the therapeutic energy. So that could be a good one-prize beat stick option, you know, into these Roaring Moons without the capsules attached. So definitely a strategy to keep in mind. Right, taking a look at the count here. I'm not sure what the count of ancient cards is. You know, we'll see how that breaks out a little bit later. That's good. But it looks like we're gonna have no choice but to swing with the Calamity Storm for 100 damage. Again, Mist Energy coming up huge here. And looking at the list for Max here again, actually playing a little bit of a different list than what we've seen popular here in a lot of Lugia lists. So playing 3 copies of the Mist, and also 1 Radiant Zard. We don't see that a lot in these Lugia lists nowadays. You know, the thing about Lugia is that Lugia is such an established deck already that it makes it really hard to kind of make cuts, you know, to establish certain things. So it can be a little bit hard finding room, but nonetheless, good board here for Kip. Definitely has options here. You know, we can use the Explorer's Guidance just to kind of increase that ancient card count. You might have to get the Dark Patch here. Yeah, looks like Sada Dark Patch is going to be the choice here. We do have the Super Rod in hand to get that Baby Moon back later, as we already have a couple on the bench already. But now we're kind of in an awkward spot here. Obviously, I think we do have to, you know, you have the free retreat with the Cleffa, so Cleffa's job here is not going to be to draw cards, it's to give you a bit of a pivot. And only single prizes on the board right now, so this is where the matchup can get a little bit hairy for Lugia. You know, having 1 Cinccino established already is nice. You would have liked to hopefully see a second Minccino hit the hit the field last turn, but this isn't a deck that's going to gust you up very often, but Counter Catcher is online, so you do have to keep that in mind. Alright, the Vengeance Fletchling going to do exactly 180 damage. Knock out the Lugia V-Star, so we're going to actually go up a prize card here, so keeping up with the pace is Kip. We're going to get 1 off the Gift Energy. Now we're going to promote Snorlax. Now again, you would hope... There we go. Minccino hitting the deck right here. That's smart stuff. V-Guard Energy coming through on there for the attachment for turn. Again, it's going to take 5 energies to knock out a capsuled Roaring Moon EX. So, and again, being very conservative with that energy, not wanting to rush too much of it on the board. Again, I think that's a smart way to go about this matchup. You know, you don't want to... You kind of just want your opponent to hit what's directly in front of them. You don't want to give them the choice, but the looming threat of the Cinccino is so great that it does make it kind of hard to ignore. So nonetheless, though, Snorlax, great beat stick, and especially with that therapeutic energy on, you do not have to worry about the drawbacks of Thumping Snore. So 160, like I said, without a capsule, is going to be plenty to knock out these Baby Moons. So let's say we're just going to go for the retreat, and again, into the Baby Moon. We do have enough to knock this bad boy out. But I think you hopefully would want a Super Rod and then establish another Baby Moon. That'd be great. Pokestop hitting, though. All right, 2 out of 3 items, not bad. The Dark Patch, good, excellent card to have right now. But now, only single prize options on the field right here for both players. You know, obviously you don't want to give your opponent the opportunity to bench. Yeah, good line definitely would have been to counter catch the Archeops, but counter catcher wasn't online a few turns ago. And I think they drew into it. I think they drew into the counter catcher after they had already established the lead. So counter catcher was kind of off there. But I do agree that should be your strategy here. If you have an opportunity to attack the Archeops, you got to go for it. You know, Lugia already had enough damage on it, so you can get your 2 prize cards there. Now we're going to go drop down to 2 here, so Lugia can't, obviously, you're not going to see another Lugia hit the floor. You know, already nearing that threshold where 220 is nearing a possibility. You get the Explorer, what Explorers, 1 Sada back in the deck with the Palfab? Did it have order behind? I'd have to go back and check. I'm actually looking at it right now, so... Okay, I must have missed it. I thought they drew into the counter catcher after they'd already taken after they were already behind. So I could have been wrong off of that. All right, now we're gonna start sending energy into the fray here. Interesting sequencing here. Going for the Ultra Ball. Getting rid of Research and an Ultra Ball. Okay, Radiant Charizard is an option in this deck, like we mentioned. You know, not necessarily a card you see played in Lugia nowadays. This card's kind of fallen out of favor because it's a little it's just a tad too specific. You know, you have to depend on the luminous energy being in your deck. And I don't think it's a bad choice. You know, 240 is obviously not a bad number to hit. So we now have the luminous energy established. So Radiant Charizard is an attacking option. But just going to go for the special roll, 210, all you need. Again, as we near this end game, you got to be very, very cautious with the energy you use. And Max's deck is only playing 16. 17 is usually the standard around Lugia, but 16 is like, you're fine with that. All right, gonna get those couple more darkness energies out of the deck here. No, it looks like are we only getting 1? Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, gonna grab those energies. Do we go for the Greninja here? This will get that last moon out of the deck. And then we could go for the Sada here. Again, just have everybody amply powered up. And this could be all she wrote here again, you know. Max is going to be down here because he's going to be, you know, Kip was just able to get the 2 prize knockout earlier, put himself up ahead in the prize trade. So it's where things are just a little awkward for Lugia because bench sniping isn't an option, obviously. This deck doesn't play any lightning energy, so you can't, you know, Iron Hands to get yourself back in the prize trade. This matchup just might be a bad one. I'm not, you know, the more I think about it, the more unsure I am in myself. So, but it's tough, you know, because you're forced to swing through the Lugia in the early game because they can't really beat their way through you. And this might be all she wrote here. Again, even if you Iono, you do have Pokemon established that can attack. So. Not quite sure what we're going to see here. Looks like we're just going to power up the Lugia V. Are we going to see an Aeroblast? That'd be kind of sick. But again, there's no way of Lugia attacking what's behind it, so... You know, even if you take a knockout here, they're just going to promote that other Roaring Moon, and you are... I guess we're just going to go for the stall tactic here, but we have the energy in a hand to attach, so... This game is all pretty much all but written here for Max. Yeah, we're going to pass a turn. Doesn't matter, we have the energy attachment, yep, and that's going to be all... she wrote. That's what you really had to do there. Maybe go for a late game Iono if you could have done that. But unfortunately, you got rid of the one Luminion earlier in the game. That's why I think one fish in Lugia is just so tough. You really need, you know, an early game fish to help you get set up, and you really need that end game one to help you find that supporter to get you over. So. So game one going to Kip there. That is going to be good stuff for sure. You know, like I said, this matchup might be... I don't have a lot of experience playing Roaring Moon with Lugia, but if it's anything like the Ancient Box matchup, I imagine it's just as hard. You have these big... You know, you're forced to swing with this big, bulky dinosaur bird early. And they're able to hit that number pretty comfortably if they're able to, you know, they're able to two-shot you in the most part. And then Chinchino itself is just so baby poop soft that it's not really going to give you any sort of longevity. So it's very easy to come back in this matchup. That being said, though, we already have two wins. Pape TCG took it over James Hart, so it's going to be Snorlax Stall winning over Future Box. Tough matchup. Evan Campbell over Chris Brewer. So Dialga, the Time Horse stocks continue to go up, gamers. Good job, chat. Love to see it. A couple mulligans on either side here. So I don't think anybody's going to start with an advantage. Starting Roaring Moon EX again. And we're going to go first with Lugia. Not a terrible choice. But depending on what this hand... Okay. Oh, you better... Oh, brother, you better hit Tails. Oh, no. Ooh, this might not be good. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Oh, no. Hit Tails, please. Oh, no, it's happening. No! Please have an Ultra Ball in hand. No! No! Oh, this is so bad. This is not good. This is not good, chat. This is not good. Minchino! Minchino, watch out! Minchino, he's gonna hurt you! Oh, God. All right, we got the Cleffa. Now, I think Minchino's going to be okay. Because we did use the Explorer's Guidance and not Professor Sada. That's a tough... I would have used the Pokegear to try to dig for the Sada. You have resources to get Greninja. And you just hope that you draw into the Dark Patch. That's tough, man. That's so tough. I think they could have had it. Oh my god, Minccino lived. Minccino lived, except there's still no Lugia on the board, which is bad. We're definitely behind a turn. Oh god, Cinccino! Cinccino! You're kidding me. Oh, thank god. Oh my god. Brother, what the heck was that? Oh my god. Yo, that was crazy. I can't believe it. I really can't. There is a donk there to be had. In my opinion. I think at that point you have to risk it for the biscuit. Brother had a lone chinchilla in the active. Oh my god. World's strongest chinchilla. Alright, Sada gonna come down. This is gonna help also complete the cycle. Get one in the active, one there. Draw 3, no Dark Patch, which is a little crappy, but we do have the Greninja at our disposal. So we can draw some cards here if we need to. Excuse me. Conceal cards coming through here. And still no Dark Patch, so we're actually going to whiff. And importantly, also important, no Ancient Booster Capsule. So double attaching to Cinccino to do 140 might actually be enough. Alright, are we... I don't know what we're going to do here. Oh, we're going to retreat. Okay. Smart stuff. Force them to find the boss. Protect the asset. Very, very smart stuff. So, bench the second Baby Moon. Roar! Swinging in a Minccino. Just enough. 120 into the first row of seats. And off the gift energy, we're going to get, I believe, 4 cards? Yeah, no, 3 cards. Earthen Vessel claimed. What is the response here from Max? Lugia V-Star. Ultra Ball! Only 1 chops into discard. That's tough. Do we have another way to discard? Research. Show me the research. Oh, no, that's not good. Oh, my God. Woo. Brother, that was close. All right, get the Minccino established. Gonna fill up that bench with the Summoning Star. For those of you who might be new here, and you don't know how Summoning Star reads, it should read, pull 2 Archeops from your discard pile and put them on your bench. But the actual text reads, search your discard for 2 non-rule box colorless Pokemon and put them directly on your bench. Now, you could realistically do this with Cinccino if you're a psychopath. But the ability should basically read, just put 2 Archeops on your bench. Because Archeops should be tried in the high courts for crimes against the state. He has done many things wrong. Alright, smart stuff here. We got gift energy to establish some draw and mist energy to ensure that a Roaring Moon EX must punch through your Lugia and they can't just blow it up for free. So not a bad hand to have here. And a hand here for for Kip ain't great. But certainly manageable. You know, you can get some more ancient cards in a discard pile, but I think you really got to use Asada to move that to start moving that energy through. You have energy for attachment here, obviously, so you're gonna be able to do some more damage for sure. Yeah, you play that, you play that, you play the Vessel. So you're hitting like 140, 150. Definitely have options, so that's important. Concealed. Counter catcher here, but not a valid factor yet because we are on even prize cards. You do want to hold on to that. We could just go for the 2-piece combo here again. You're going two. You could have the opportunity to go 2 for 1 here. Because unless they have a way to get boss, then they're not going to be able to go up more than 1 prize card here. Unless they hit tails. Heads again. That's going to at least help you get a Chinchino. So that's huge stuff, obviously. So you'll take that. Start getting a Chinchino established. Again, 210 is the magical number you want to hit on the baby guys. So we need to attach 2 energy. There you go. Lugia going to clean up the plate, though. So Tempest Dive going to take that knockout. A 3-card hand here. And again, this is also going to ensure the draw off the gift energy, which is huge for Lugia. Let's see if the turn's going to be here for Kip. And have plenty of ways to get more ancient cards to the discard pile. So you can easily Ultra Ball away one of these vessels, one of these ancient supporters. Get another Roaring Moon established. Looks like it's going to be the Counter Catcher and the Explorer's Guidance. I believe this list plays 2 copies of Counter Catcher. Yeah, we got 2 Counter Catchers, so still an opportunity here. And it's Kip trying to take it in a 2-game fashion. Maxi Meb 2323 just trying to get on the board here. Win a game. Alright, we're still going to be able to punch through this Lugia, double punch through this Lugia here. So that's going to put Kip on 3 prize cards. Grab the energy. You have not Greninja'd yet, so another way for you to draw some cards here. Nope, just going to manually attach. Know that you really don't need it. Looking at the discard pile, just trying to make sure you're mapping it out right. Could play the Pokestop. We could just let it rip here with the Vengeance Fletchling. Tough mill, but we do get a nest ball to establish a another Pokemon here. But in that case, you're really not afraid. You're really not disappointed to see that. You got 2 ancient cards in the discard pile, so 190, the number we're reaching here. Again, you're gonna get 4 energy off the gift. That is the lone 2 prizer in play knocked out. So now we're gonna go single prize here for the rest of the game. But you see where the problem is. Max is now behind in prize cards because of the prize trade. A Pokestop is a necessary evil, but it is chaotic evil. Could you get something good? You could mill away all your resources. Although one time I was able to I was able to mill an Archeops off of the off of a Pokeslap, and it made my brain feel fantastic. So that was really funny. All right, let us see what the route is here. We are going to establish the Snorlax. We do have another Primal Turbo to use here, so you can't hit that 210 number if need be. Again, I hope they're able to hit it. That's okay. No, are we going all in on Snorlax here? Interesting. Okay. Well, that's right. That's real. So don't have the capsule set up yet, so you don't need to over-attach here to Chinchino. Very smart stuff. 140, more than enough to knock this bad boy out. But this Chinchino is now going to meet its untimely demise. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to flip-flop back and forth between single prizers and, you know, Kip's the one that got the first 2 prize knockout here. That is all but just going to make things a little bit harder for Max to try to keep up with the prize trade. All right, gonna grab this. Got the Sada off the Pokegear. Only a handful of ancient cards left in the actual deck, so. Ninja coming through. Drawing some cards. We still have Sada and Explorer's Guidance to use here. Tough to get rid of the Prime Catcher, but I get it. You don't really need it. Unless you want to, boss up an Archeops, but this is definitely a matchup where you can get away with a couple of attachments per turn. You don't need to over-attach to Chinchino. Superati back in the Tiny Boys or an energy card. There you go. Got a nest. Get that second Roaring Moon baby established. Smart stuff. There you go, attaching there for turn, so you keep the cycle going anew for your next turn. There you go, Vengeance Fletchling gonna hit for 230. Now get the Chinchino, get 2 more cards off Gift Energy, and now we're gonna go punch in with Snorlax. Collapsadian coming through, that's gonna be good stuff. You know, ooh, very smart boss. Having that boss orders in hand, it's going to allow Max to regain the prize trade lead here. Yeah, this matchup probably is bad for Lugia. Again, Max is doing a good job playing to his outs, so it's certainly not out of it yet. You have an attacker established. And this list, unlike other Lugia lists, plays 3 copies of Boss, which I think you need to do. I think Boss is too important. I think Boss and Mist Energy are too important of cards to not play at least 3 of them in your Lugia deck. We have Radzard down. Do we have the Luminous Energy in the deck to power it up? We do. So we now have 2 attackers established here. We're going to go for the Thumping Snore. No sleep because of the Therapeutic Energy. So Max goes on to 1 prize card, having an opportunity to win a game here. And in fact, benching the Radzard actually, I think, nailed it for him. Unless, I think the strategy you want to go for here is you want to counter catcher the Radzard. Because then he can't punch, Snorlax can't punch through a Roaring Moon with the boosters attached. Ooh, that might just seal it. Yep, exactly as I thought. Counter catcher of the Radzard. That's tough stuff, man. Radzard gone. We're down to 1 prize card left now. That's a big hand for Max. If he has another boss in hand to knock out the Greninja, I think it might be 8 cards. Do we have it? Oh, yep. He's got the Lumineon in hand. Yep. Gonna allow him to search for the boss. Yep, he's got it. Yep, we're just gonna wrap that up. That was the win condition, and he got it. That's what we needed. And again, that's why Lumineon is so good, but you really gotta play 2. It's it's tough, man. Playing just 1 Lumineon is so, you have to be so, it's so tough. But situations like that where you don't have to utilize the utilize Lumineon early, you're basically chilling. But I think 2 just makes everything run a lot smoother. Because you have 1 to help you get started and 1 to help you finish. Alright, so good stuff there for Max. Showed a little bit of competitive life there again. Looking a little jailed because you were pigeonholed into attacking with Snorlax. You know, Snorlax doesn't always feel like the best. He doesn't always feel like the best attacker in like some of these in some of these weirder matchups because, you know, the rest of your damage, your other attacker, its damage scales. Snorlax is a good beat stick in like things like Lost Box, obviously, because it can't get Sableye. And because of its ability, it can't be, you know, Star Requiemed or Frenzy Gouginged. But a lot of times, Snorlax just doesn't always feel like it's worth the squeeze. There's definitely a matchup where if you can establish multiple Chinchino, do it. Alright, got the Baby Wood set up. Not going to waste the capsule there because Lugia can't attack you on its first turn going second. Minchino mentioned. Hits the bench. Great ball coming through. Do we have an Archeops? Yep. We have an energy to attach to Read the Wind. Oh. Hold it. Oh, whiff. Wait a second. Hey, we hit it. Do we have the Ultra Ball, though? Oh, yikes. Ooh, nice. Great way to get that going. So now yours all set up for next turn. And in that 7-card hand, you assume that the V-Star's got to be in there somewhere. That should gift energy to disencourage the... Well, you know, there's no boss in this deck. You'd have to counter catcher it up anyway, so... All right, we have the... So we have the table set here. You have to assume that one of those cards in the hand for Max is the Lugia V-Star. Then we can get going here. Not sure if I love benching the Radzard early, but again, you don't want to lose that late game attacking option, so I don't think Max had a lot of a choice. All right, Sada's going to accelerate the energies. No counter catcher on deck, obviously, because we haven't started swinging at anything. Kind of thinking about what to do here. The capsule kind of feels bad here because Lugia can swing through you at 200. So I think if you can avoid playing it here, I think you do. It's Cleffa hitting the deck here. We're going to go for the 2-punch here. 140 onto Lugia V. Now, do we have the V-Star in the 6th hand of 7? Or a way to go get it? The double turbo, the Jock. Okay, there we go. Jock can allow you to search your deck for 2 evolution Pokemon. That's going to get the Chinchino and the Lugia V-Star. Chinchino going to evolve here. So there is your scaling damage monster and a Lugia V-Star in the active. Summoning Star going to hit the deck, bring out those chops. And now we're going to start playing with fire. All right, hold still for 2 seconds, chat. I got to go turn my AC on. It's getting kind of hot in here, so give me 1 second. All right, I wanted to avoid turning the air conditioning on, but it's hot in here, so I will certainly be turning that off before the end of the night. All right, we got the gang all here. We got single prize attackers. We got Lugia. Hold on, I gotta fix that. Okay. Good news. Birds haven't nested in my air conditioning, so that's good stuff. Alrighty. So Machino doing what Machino does. We're up 5 prize cards to 6 here. Countercatcher online. And again, I don't think it's a bad strategy to just start trying to pick off Archeops. It's definitely not a bad strategy here. Like I said, the threshold to knock out some of these guys is small, so you don't necessarily need the full array of Archeops. But again, you take care of Archeops, and then Lugia is basically just a theme deck. So. So I hope. There you go. We've knocked out the Lugia V-Star. 2 prize cards going to Kip. Just the way the cookie crumbled. All according to plans. So now. Alright, go for the attachment from hand. We're going to go for the Iono. Not a bad play here. Hand disruption is not the worst thing in the world. That's an Origin Dialga V-Star. I think that deck is very real. I think that deck's been criminally slept on. Because my rule of thumb is, like, the best decks in the Pokemon TCG are the ones that get to ignore the parameters of the game. You know, decks that can attach more than 1 energy per turn. Decks that can, take multiple knockouts in 1 turn. Decks that can take multiple turns in a row. I just think being able to punch completely decimate your opponent's board is very, very good. Do I think it can win a 2nd regional? Maybe. I don't know. It depends on how the meta shakes out. But I think that deck is very, very good. I'm a believer. I'm also a rogue deck kind of gal. I like the weird off meta stuff. I think it's pretty good. Kind of a rough hand here. You don't want this Ultra Ball is huge, but you don't getting rid of. You can probably get rid of the counter catcher and one of these capsules. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, and a Mischievous. Do we have the rods in the deck? Okay, we have both super rods still. I have to find a way to go get it, though. That's the problem. 19 cards in the deck. We're going to spin to stop. Tough. All 4 Sadas in a discard here. I think you have to Pal Pad to get at least 2 of them back before you go for this Poke Gear. There we go, getting him back in the deck. Do we hit it? We do. Never punished. So the cycle being able to attack is renewed here, but we have to establish a second attacker here. Yeah, Pokestop is not a great card. If you have to bail yourself out with like the 2 cards that, like, it's funny because I do enjoy playing Shen Pao as a deck, but like 2 of my biggest like like these cards make me never want to play Pokemon ever again are Rare Candy and Pokestop, because they're both so skewed in one direction. Like, having to play a deck with Rare Candy and it makes me want to cry. Having to play a deck with Pokestop also makes me want to cry. All right, we're going to get a couple more of the babies established here. No way to get them on the bench right now, though, which kind of sucks, but there is still enough cards here to where you can attach multiple times per turn, so you should be all right. I'd be very wary grabbing the big Roaring Moon because you don't want to give your opponent extra free prize cards. All right, the Schnockout coming through here on the Cinccino Gift Energy. Once again, replenishing the hand a little bit. Get a Dark Energy off the prize cards. The promotion, I think it's going to be the other Minccino. That leads me to believe we have the other Cinccino in hand, or a way to go get it at the very least. Yep, already got it established, so. Now, this is good stuff here for Max, because there is no second Roaring Moon established. And as of right now, there's no way to go get one unless you draw into one with Greninja. Which, I don't love those odds necessarily. You attach the Luminous Energy to Mr. Radiant Charizard. Serena going to come through. Draw to a hand of 5. Special roll for the knockout. Again, no booster capsule in no booster capsule in hand, so that's gonna allow you to knock out this Roaring Moon for just 2 energies. Now comes the hard part. Can you thin out enough of the deck to draw into your Roaring Moon? Yeah, we have the energy established. We have a Dark Patch in hand. And a Free Retreater in the active. So there is a way to do this. There's a route here. Big draw here. Oh, we didn't get it. I didn't see if we have any more search cards left in the deck. I did not check. This sucks. All right, there's a nest ball in the deck still. Can Sada help us draw into it? Ad's coming up, by the way, guys. If you haven't already been watching, we got an ad coming up. So, support the Shovel Squad. Hey, there we go, nest ball. Hooray. We have established, friend. There we go. We got the energy accelerated, and there we go. We got the second moon. So we are set up for the presumable rest of the game here. That's from hand. Use a dark patch to get this other guy started. And use the second one to do it again. Gonna retreat out with the Cleffa. $260 on the Vengeance Fletchling. More than enough to knock out this Chinchino. Get one card as the gift energy. Is it enough, though? Alright, we have the Prime Catcher here. We have the Snorlax in the active. Again, everything. It's going to be tough, man. You're going to have to go to an Iono to 2. But all the attackers are set up here for Kip, so. All right, Thumping Snore to knock out the active Roaring Moon. Go down to 2 prize cards. Promote the Cleffa. Ooh, only 2 cards left in deck, though. It's not good. There's the last Super Rod. Ooh, this is going to be tough, and there's no way to get the hand back into the deck, so Kit running the risk of decking themselves out. But the Super Rod going to hit here. Allow you to get some Pokemon back in the deck. There you go. We're removing 2 energy cards. Yeah, getting rid of that capsule could potentially be the game here. Ultra Ball away a couple of these Pokestops. Manually attach return. Retreat. Punch. I think they've navigated this nicely. Everything gets knocked out here. So now, the only thing that would kill is the Iono to 1. But you stacked it so that way you draw into 2 energy. You draw into your energies at the very least. So you're going to be able to attach an energy to knock out, to attach this Roaring Moon. So you should be okay here. I believe the game is in checkmate scenario here for Kip. I think they're thinking it over. They're trying to see if they have a route here, but I just don't. I don't think they do. They have Lumineon. Are they going to go for the Iono to 1? And just hope that they don't draw into the energy. All right, here we go. Iono to 1. Going to put that Darkness energy in the bottom of the deck. Yep, there's the 1 energy. So either way, we are we have the game here. So you play to your outs. You do what you got to do. The promotion to Roaring Moon, the top deck is also the 2nd energy card. So there you go. Make sure you click the right button. 270 game set knockout for our good friend Kip here. That is going to be Lugia V-Star being eliminated here in top 8. So a great run for Maximeb 2323, but unfortunately it's coming up short here. So we're going to keep it here with Kip. All out Blitzle up 1-0 over Evan Campbell. That's Pidgeot control versus Dialga. Let me see if I can get an in progress of that other one. Let's see if we can see what's going on here. Let's see. We have Pape right there. So Pape waiting to stream their match. Blitzle, I believe, is streaming on their YouTube page. So let me go get that. We can go peep how they're doing right now.
And they don't really want to sit here.
Oh, don't want to hear your voice, bud. Sorry. I'm gone. All right. Let's make sure we got a little wide there. Let's fix that. Nope. 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 Where are we looking here? Come on. There we go. All right, let's make this fit a little bit better. All right, Dialga knockout. Pidgeot to the front. Has the V-Star power been used yet? No, it is not. Let's make sure this fits. All right, yeah, that's fine. All right, Pidgeot established. We have the gang here. Go for Ultra Ball and Defiance Vest. Of course, first you get the Mawile. Oh, we're going to keep Buddy stuck here, aren't we? No. Gonna Ultra Ball away the Mawile and the Iono. Yep. Opponent's got a 3-card hand. Don't need to go for the Ditto. Cute. Oh, this is cute. We're gonna use the Ditto Tempting Trap on the Matang. Oh, that is evil. Let's go. That is so cruel. That's tough stuff. So now old Matang stuck here. Bro's gonna have to go for Beam. That doesn't even. And that's, number one, that doesn't knock out Ditto by itself already. Yeah, there we go. Beam only gonna give you 20 damage. So we have. Sorry, so we got Wiggly Stuff in the hand. They want to go here from. So we're going for the Silene and try to recycle some cards here. This is tough. Yep, you're going to get rid of that Ultra Ball. And Tempting Trap again. And keep Buddy stuck here. And unfortunately for Evan, he does not play the Metagross. Which I think low-key is like kind of a cute card in this deck. It does give you some flexibility. All right, Misfortune Sister's here to ruin the top 5 cards of your deck that are items. No items, though. Tempting Trap. You want to take that second turn? Try, bro. You can't. Just going to pick away using Beam. Pick up the active. Yep. Promote the Pidgeot. Revenge the active. Brother, this is so mean. This is so cruel, man. This is... Oh, man. Poor guy. $23 cards left in the deck. The deck out could be on its way soon. Pass the buck. Again, only so much you're able to do. You're going to grab the penny. Go for the Tempting Trap. Make sure your opponent does not go anywhere. And again, here we go. Just going to start attacking with the 20 damage beam due to the prize cards. Yeah, this is just the tough part about Pidgeot control, man. You have so many options at your disposal. And obviously all hinges on getting Pidgeot set up. If you have Pidgeot set up, that makes your battle much easier. And you can just keep doing this over and over again, and your opponent really can't do anything about it. All right, what are this moves on the finals? Obviously, we're here in our top 4 match. You can all out Blitzle and Evan Campbell here. Evan, unfortunately, in some dire straits. The penny, once again, just going to do the mean stuff. And he's just going to allow you to reset the cycle anew. Remove any damage, you're going to get the Misfortune Sisters and the penny back. This is it, man. This is just the game plan. You recycle your... You establish your Tempting Trapper. You recycle with penny. Rinse, repeat. It's tough stuff, man. It's really tough. The vest is also... The Defiance vest is nuts. All right, one heads off to Silene, so you're able to grab anything, put it on the top of your deck. It's going to be the Power Pad. We're back in. Tempting Trap. See ya. And just completely cutting this deck off at the knees, man. It's pretty tough to watch. All right, there you go. Misfortune Sisters doing its thing. Again, if you're just able to keep pace and, you know, do all your stuff, you're chilling. Pidgeot gonna grab everything you need when you need it. The penny's so huge here. Only 16 cards left in the deck. There we go. Once again, just reset the cycle anew. Ditto is the king here. He's just gonna keep resetting the buck here. All right, Team Yell's Cheer gonna allow you to put 3 cards, 3 combinations of Pokemon supporter cards that are not Team Yell's Cheer back in your hand. Great control card. Been a great control card for a long time. Allow you to get Airy, Tempting Trap. Now you got options, man. You can Airy the next turn. See what cards your opponent has in the hand. Just cut them off at all of their resources. Just a whole lot of nothing in the hand here. There we go. Just tempting trapping. Keeping the Metang in the active. Beam is only going to be able to do so much. And again, it's not like the situation's like avoidable or like, you know, you can only avoid the situation so much because you have to play with the Metang. The Metang is very important to the equation. There we go. Restart the cycle anew. Love to see it. Tempting Trap just doing its thing, man. Beam again for 20. All right, once again, using everything in combination well. We do have deciding to get the PAL pads back. There you go, just Tempting Trap once again. Keep that Metang locked in the active for as long as you can. I'm curious if there is a win con here. I personally don't see it. All right, trying the best here again. Team Yell's Cheer, so huge. Again, one more turn of the Tang hit with Beam, and then you just, you know, restart the cycle anew. The PAL pads, man, they're so nuts. The loop is so vicious, man. This is such tough stuff. All right, this match is all but over. So here's what I'm gonna do. Switch back over again. We're doing, you know, nothing but love for Blitzle there, but we don't gotta. We kind of know where that match is going. So let's currently waiting to see if Pep and Kip are gonna stream. Yeah, they're coming from opposites. Well, they're kind of on the same side of the country. One's coming from Australia, one's coming from Japan, so they're sort of within the same hemisphere of the world. So if either of these two guys aren't going to stream, then I'll go back to Blitzle. But I think we kind of get the gist of what's going on there. All right, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to see if either of these two guys are going to be able to stream. Again, they're coming from either sides of the country, so no guarantee if they'll be able to. So in the better interest of all the viewers and everybody around me, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to take a quick bathroom break. Let everybody get their snacks, their water bottles. We'll recoup in a few minutes. We'll see how things are going with Blitzle. And then we'll be right back after that. So hang tight, everyone. We'll be right back at the other end of these messages. All right, gang, we're back. Looks like Pape is going to be streaming, so let me just get everything set up here, and then we'll watch this together. Viola. So let me adjust the screen size here, and then we'll have a good time. So. Oh my God, jeez, why is his hand so huge? Do we have a mulligan? What the? How's his hand so huge already? It's been on for 5 minutes. Brother, what are we feasting with here? Tough stuff. It's going to be definitely a tough draw here for Kip. I imagine. Yo, what the heck? That was crazy. That was so fast. You had 3 Snorlax. Bro, I was gone. I was here for 5 minutes. I don't know how many turns that was. That was crazy. What? Yo. This deck is crack. I can't believe that just happened. Oh my lord. Brother, my dude either mulliganed like 9 times and then just like like dead Drew afterwards, but oh boy. That was not the vibes. All right, let's see how game 2 turns out here. All right, so going first here is Kip. Not sure if that'll be a... Let's see if this game gets any better here. Again, against control, like, I think this is just straight Snorlax control, so you can get away with, like, only benching one Pokemon for a bit. Arden's going to let you get whatever you need here. It's like all the major players are here, so you don't need to get the Nest Ball. Or it's going to be the Hisuian Heavy Ball. You can just get the Nest Ball and a Hero's Cape. Get Rotom established. Drop a Cape on it. 290. Instant charge. Do-do-loop-de-doo. There you go. Turn going back to Pape here. Tough draw. Those are some good items, bro. Dark Patch. Super Rod. All very important to the equation here. The Pokestop gonna hit. Only getting Earthen Vessel to show for your troubles here. Again, not necessarily awful, but you gotta get those ancient cards to the discard pile anyway. But you gotta start benching other poke. I don't know. It's a tough draw. All right, for those of you who are still wondering. Evan and Blitzle are still going. Blitzle is trying to draw this guy out of all of his resources. And it, tough stuff. Calamity Storm coming through. So that is going to knock out the Snorlax. However, that now sets up things like Counter Catcher. Which means... Now, granted, there's nothing to Counter Catcher here. And this is a matchup where you can... just bench nothing but attackers and just go to town with it. But now with the information we got from the area earlier, we can now play Erica's Invitation. Force your opponent to play a basic Pokemon from their hand to their bench, and then you swap them out. Swap in that Snorlax, drop a Charm on it. It's in charge. Doodle-loop-de-doo. All right, ad dropping in about 40 seconds, guys. So just hang tight for a sec. All right, we now have a Roaring Moon with no energy in the active here, so that's a little tough. No switching out options, so we're just going to be forced to swing into a 200 HP Snorlax, which isn't, you know, an impossible number for this deck to hit. This deck can hit 200, 220 very fast. Mischievous coming through. Mischievous might be kind of important here. That will shut off the abilities of Snorlax, so you can start kind of using damage counters to kind of pick things apart. There you go. It's just typical control, and you have so many options of what to do here. All right, we have a knockout here, but now we get Defiance Vest unlocked, which is so Defiance Vest is an option here. It makes it so that if your opponent's on even 4 or less prize cards, then you can you take 40 less damage from attacks. I believe that's how that works. So. There you go. The Vet's going to hit the Charizard right there. Now we can just kind of start looping stuff. Now, again, it's happening in Blitzle's game right now. Blitzle is just infinite looping the Dialga player. Now we're just taking prize cards here. We're cooking. Again, I imagine this matchup's probably hard for Stall, like, because everything in his deck can just rip you apart. And so there's no number that is too great for this deck to not hit. So as long as they have energy established, everything's pretty kosher here. Because you take one more prize card, you find a way to get the Rotom into the active, and then you just knock it out. Nope, I'm just going to counter catcher the Fluttermane. Well, Fluttermane's going to be able to retreat here, so. I guess technically that's, yeah, that I would believe its ability would take precedent over block. All right, there we go. Just going to go for the Frenzy Gouging. Looks like Blitzle is one prize card away from taking the W here. There you go. Counter catcher going to promote the Baby Roaring Moon to the active. We could just pass here. It's an option. No, just going to instant charge. Draw more cards. Yeah, Blitz looks like he's about to take the dub here. Yeah, it looks like Blitzle's going to be moving on to finals against the winner of one of these matches. We could have a good old-fashioned stall off or control off. Cute. And only 2 prize cards left to be taken here. It's in charge once again. Got it. All right, gonna drop the earthen vessel. Oh, does this guy have a game volume? He does not. That's fine. I was gonna let him get some more energies here. Yep, attach retreat because of the Fluttermane's ability shuts off the ability of active Pokemon. So that's going to allow Vengeance Fletchling to once again connect here. Snorlax Stall is something, man. But hey, listen, every decks have an answer to it. In a matchup like this where all you have to do is just bench attackers, you're fine. You really only need 3 pieces here. You need the Fluttermane to shut off the block Snorlax ability. There you go. That's going to be the concession game. I think it's going to be game 3 coming up between these guys. Yep, game 3 is coming. Game 3 is incoming. Winner of this goes on to play all-out Blitzle in the... Goes on to play all-out Blitzles in the finals. Blitzle showing off the 60 on stream right now. I think it's... Deck out is cringe. You know what, man? You know what? I get it. It's certainly not the most fun to watch. I wouldn't say it's disrespectful. I just say, look, I play a lot of fighting games, so I understand that the alternative ways of winning are not great. Everybody's gonna have their feelings about it. Everybody's entitled to feel their way about it. You know, I don't like playing against it. I would never play it myself. It's just not the way that I am. But for some people, that's just what they want to do. Some people just kind of want to choke the air out of you. Other people want to, they'll want to blow your deck up in front of you. So, Spirit of Battling Pokemon. I get what you're trying to say. I understand. It's definitely, those alternate rounds of success are definitely hard pills to swallow. But we're playing a card game. There's always going to be a control archetype. And this just happens to be the one. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's only fun for one person. I get it. I understand. I'm not here to try to change anybody's mind. I'm just here to play. I'm simply the storyteller here. So. It's a deck that people can... Nah, I get it. I understand. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I totally get it. It ain't fun. I played against Pidgeot Control tonight at my local, and I had, it's not the most interactive gameplay, but I'd say the competitor in me tries to try to find the thinking ways out of it. But I get it. It ain't fun. When you're getting just looped over and over again, it's not fun. But we'll see. Control seems like it's taking a bit of a hit the next set. So all we can do is just keep pressing forward for the future and let everyone else figure out the homework for us. At least if you're me. Hey, man. I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. I think there are definitely aspects of this matchup that are cute. I don't think they'll ever ban it. That's the problem. I think there's enough decks in the format that can take care of it. Yeah, not everybody's going to be suited to do it. And if you're playing control to your locals, that's your prerogative. Yeah, I mean that's the tough part. You can't have control is just part of the triangle of balance. Blowing up people with my Sea King deck. Oh, if it's the one that I think it is, kudos to you, bro. Kudos to you, bro, bud. That's awesome. All right, well, we'll see if Kip can conquer the Snorlax stall. So far, it's going not bad. Again, if you can establish the team of just attackers, I think you're just fine. That seems to be what the job is. Your Vengeance Fletchling gonna hit for 110. No penny in hand, though. But we do have a Pokegear. So there is a chance to find it here. We don't get it. We get the Arven instead. Swing for the Pokestop. And there goes the penny. Gonna shuffle her right back in. Swinging Heavy Ball, grab the other Snorlax. I will say, I think the creative card here that I like is the Sandshrew. I believe that Sandshrews ability reads that you can't put supporters from your discard back into your hand or your deck. TCG player, help me. Sandshrew. Not a Alolan Sandshrew. Regular Sandshrew. Where are you, buddy? There you are. 151. The Sand Screen ability. Trainer cards in your opponent's discard pile can't be put into their deck, but the effects of your opponent's item or supporter cards. So you're choking the air out of your opponent's recycling resources, which I think is very creative. All right, the first knockout has been taken. Counter catcher now in line. Got Boss in the hands. But this is where I think that the Dragons have an advantage here, because even if you boss something up, you're going to boss up something that can attack, that can swing into you, keep the cycle going. Or you're going to boss up something that just negates your ability. So the effect of Snorlax is just moot. right, big ol' hand here. So you got a lot of choices of what you want to do here. I think it's going to be this. Ooh, double heads. Very good. Yeah, there's definitely plenty of options in the format. I'd say with Lugia it gets a little hairy because they can play Temple of Sinnoh and shut off your jet energy, and that's kind of annoying. So, like, you could find yourself kind of biggity boned there. But Ancient Box, I think, does well. I think this deck does well. You can even go to Uncharted Lugia territories and just manually attach per turn, so that way you don't risk having Archeops stuck in the active and just manually attach every turn. It's certainly an option. It would have been fun to watch how this matchup played out. Yeah, exactly. Until next format. Once Lugia gets Legacy Energy back and you can start Aqua returning again, it's Jover, bro. I played a little bit of Twilight of Post Row. Well, not Post Row. Next format. Tonight at my local. Oh, man. I am so excited. My fellow Lugia bots and I are like pigs in poop. Only 140 on the Snorlax. Penny? No, Eerie. Ew, that little brother. That's tough. Oh, no. Yeah, so Legacy Energy is a new Ace Spec card that comes out in Twilight Masquerade. It's a rainbow energy that, obviously, you know, it's a rainbow energy that, one, plays nice with other special energy. It's not like Legacy Energy where it gets shut off if you attach other special energy. And when once during your game, if the Pokemon with Legacy Energy attached to it gets knocked out by damage, your opponent takes one less prize card. So, that means a couple things. Number one, because it's a Rainbow Energy, you can incorporate some other attackers back into Lugia. You can incorporate Iron Hands. You know, you can incorporate things that take basic energy, colorless energy, and so on and so forth. So that means a couple things. That means you can use Aqua Return on Lumineon again. Shuffle all that back in your deck. You can use Iron Hands again, which is great stuff. You can attach it to Chinchino. No, if you're not playing, if you are folding, if you don't play Legacy Energy next set, because it makes that big of a difference. Because you can also, and one of the more popular cards that you're going to see in Lugia pop up is the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. Yeah, like, the secret box is fine, but, like, I just don't think it's good enough to play it over Legacy Energy. Like, sure, you can discard 2 Archeops and whatever and get a crap ton of stuff in your hand, but, like, I just think Legacy Energy completely changes the complexion of the deck. 1000%. Because it gives Lugia what it desperately needed from ages ago. It gives you have Beat Sticks with big HP. You have Beat Sticks that can offset the prize trade. You have Beat Sticks that can snipe the bench. You have Beat Sticks that take extra prizes. Like, you have so many, your options are plentiful. And you get more of that in the next set as well. I only, it's like, The discard is still going to be tough, but you get that new Carmine supporter in the next set that you can play on the first turn of your game. So, that's pretty good. This is looking pretty okay for Kip here. They're doing a good job navigating this. But man, this Snorlax is pesky. Passing the buck. Yeah, the art, that's cute. That's the tough part about Lugia is that, oh man. Oh my god. Ah! Yo. Lax is, it's tough. Oh yeah, Lax is definitely winning right now. This big boy is stuck. This is not good. I think it's going to be an all-control finals, guys. So. Yeah, listen, do yourself a favor. Look, if you're playing Lugia now, or if you've played Lugia in past formats, definitely look at some of the new cards coming out in the next set. Because it's going to make... That Misfortune Sisters was nuts. That was Fortune Sisters for sure. There we go, yeah. Deck out. Bada bing. Bada boom, y'all. We got a control finals. Let's give it up for the home team here. Yeah, like I said, if you... More people hate control. I don't think that's I think plenty of people dislike control as an archetype. But some people just like, some people like to play the Chad Self deck out. Yeah, that's real. I love that. That is, that's realness. But yeah, if you're someone who's played, anyway, like I was saying, if you're someone that's played Lugia in a past format, you're playing Lugia now, I think that deck is number 2 on the City League rankings in terms of play for a reason. Dragapult's really good. Like Dragapult's to be determined. I think that deck depends on how you construct it, what A-spec you choose to play. Like a lot of what Dragapult does well. Yeah, definitely give some frogs up for Pape. That's tough. Pokemon players are nice, Yu-Gi-Oh players are toxic. I got no comment on that. I just think it depends on, who your local scene is. Yeah. Good effort, Pape. That was tough. That Misfortune Sisters was crazy. Does Lugia run Iron Hands now? Yes, absolutely. Because think about it. Like I said, Legacy Energy, it's a Rainbow Energy with no negative drawbacks. Pricing Energy is going to suck. Yeah, okay, and then you just go back to playing regular Lugia. You just go with Minccino, and then you have you have Ursaluna that you can drop in as a beat stick. You still have Lugia itself as a beat stick. So, Pricing Energy sucks, but it's not like Lugia is completely unplayable without it. You still got options. Now you just have more options. That's the thing. So matchups that gave you troubles before, like Iron Hands, you have options into that can stop that. Namely Ursaluna. So. Because Ursaluna gets better as you... Yeah. You have so many options. Cinccino's still going to be good. Lugia itself is going to be good. And you have Ursaluna, you can splash in at any time, that's good. Plus, you have these very situational attackers with the Rainbow Energy, like I mentioned. If your opponent doesn't bench Manaphy, then you attack with Ogerpon. Because you do 100 to the active, 120 to the bench, and you shuffle the energy back in your deck, which is busted. Iron Hands, you take extra prize cards. And the best part is because in Legacy Energy, you're only giving up 1 prize. It's busted. They knock out your Cinccino with it on, you're giving up no prizes. It's insane. It's really good. If you want to get nuts, you can even put the Radiant Zard back in there, but I don't think you need to do that, personally. I think you have enough firepower as it is. Andrew Mahone did a really good video. How good will Chen Pao be? Honestly, I haven't looked at much of the next rotation Chen Pao lists. But I think it's going to be tough for Chen Pao, specifically because of Dragapult. Because Dragapult's attack does 200 and then spreads 6 damage counters. So, with some mass correction and among other things, you're knocking out a... Your Chen Paos might not be safe, and your Baxcaliburs, or your Frigibaxes are not going to be safe. So the 70 HP Frigibax might become the wave. I got the Arc with Lugia in April, and I really liked it. Oh, yeah. Like, does Lugia go back to Silver Tempest good? Probably not. Because, like, Silver Tempest, like, good Lugia was toxic and a problem, and it was not fun to play in that format. Because Lugia kind of holds your hand for you in certain instances. It's a very... Zach Lesage described it himself very... like eloquently in the deck video he did about Lugia. You're streaming finals? Cool. Are we ready to go yet? Let's hop on in and see what's going on. Thanks, Pape. Appreciate you. All right, Pape streaming finals, folks. We're here. Hope you all like Control, because we are controlling. All right, Pape versus Blitzle. You started in 2023. Yeah, that's valid. I started right when Lugia was good, at the tail end of 2022. So Lugia will never be that good again because some of those cards were just not meant to be interacting with each other. Like Aurora Energy had no business interacting with Lugia the way that it did. So, but Lugia does. It just gets more options. It becomes much less linear, and you have routes to do cool stuff. I'm excited. Dragapult's going to be really good, too. Charizard, I'm sure, is still going to be a problem. And now because Lugia is going to be good again, Miraidon's going to be played again. And if Miraidon becomes more popular, then you might see things like Greninja become more popular to offset the weakness. It's going to be good. Doesn't Pidgeot just auto-win this and short of really bad? Honestly, I'm not super sure. I imagine it does. Because Pidgeot also has the option to attack in this matchup. Yeah, poor hero. Damn, he got rid of his own hero's cape in this matchup. That's nutty. Yeah, you have the option to attack in this matchup with things like, obviously, Pidgeot here, Blustery Wind. I'm going to take care of the Sandshrew. Dominion. That's a good card game. Ooh, one heads off. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Blitzle might be shaping up here for a quite the dub. It's going to be a chess match for sure. Giant hand sizes, recycling resources. And again, getting rid of the Sandshrew is good right now because that's going to allow Blitzle to play his game a lot faster. He's going to be able to recycle to Silene. He's going to be able to get the Pal Pads back in his deck. And having the first Pidgeot established is obviously huge. Because Pidgeot is the real criminal. Pidgeot lets you do whatever, get whatever you want from the deck. All right, Fire Energy attached. This is the other strategy we have to play here with I don't think you're wrong. I mean, Bird Control got top 8 this past weekend in Indy. Grant Manley did a great job this past weekend, so kudos to him. Countercatcher. Chiyu hitting the field here. Are we going to see a Jealousy Singe? Let's see the Assault, the Defiance Vest hits the deck here. And here we go. Jealousy Singe discarding some cards, getting rid of the Wigglytuff. That's huge. Wigglytuff, obviously one of the key pieces of this control. Again, gets so much extra HP. It gets an extra 100 HP with a special energy attached. Friend Tackle does, I think it does 90 plus 90 if you play a supporter from your hand that turn. Good card. I think Wigglytuff's cute. I would almost follow by putting on Lugia. Ooh, do a trick, Rotom. Blustery Wind. Here comes the Luxray. And Singe. This is what it's going to come down to. They're both just going to have to keep whittling away their resources as fast as they can. Like, their lists are playing very similar, you know, cards and such. These sleeves will stick together. Did I use all these Iono sleeves already? There's no way I did, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Speaking of Iono, there she is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Temple of Sinnoh coming down. That's going to be huge here. It's going to shut off the double turbo energies. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 50. 7. All right, good old Chi-Yu putting in the work here. All right. Oh, we're going to have a Chi-Yu off? What does Flame Surge do again? I have to read what that attack does. Something cards from board. Cards from their deck. I got to look over that does. Chi-Yu EX. Flame Surge. 3 of your bench Pokemon for each of those Pokemon to reject for a basic fire energy. Okay. Doesn't really do a whole lot here, but it is an attack you can attack with. So, hey, not bad. Singe getting rid of cards. Now, not having a... Wow, just hanging on, man. Oh, my God. Getting a penny here would be kind of sick. Didn't get it. Do we go for the Misfortune Sisters here? Nah, you don't. You don't want to give it the prize cards. Get the Counter Catcher. Never gonna get Pokegear and a Bravery Charm. Drop the Snorlax. I'm just going to let it rock. Yep, get to discard 2 more cards. Ooh, got rid of a penny. Again, huge stuff. All right, so Chi-Yu finally meeting its demise after 4 consecutive blows. We 2 more prize cards going to Blitzle. Erica's invitation coming through. We see the boss's orders come out here. Erica's invitation. Ooh, gonna allow you to get a Pokemon onto the active. We've lost a lot of special energy here, so I don't believe there's a way. I think this Mawile just might be stuck here. Oh, man, now we're going to have the good old-fashioned staring contest. There we go. Penny picks up right where she left off. They're trying to find a guy to boss up here, but it's tough when everybody has their... Ugh. All right, getting a few more of those supporters back into the hand. I think the Ericas and the boss are huge stuff. They're just going to go for the instant charge, draw a few more cards. It's going to come out to the deck out here, I think. Oh, we got the Ericas, so that's huge. And we got the boss. We have options. Definitely have options here. This is the funny part about control decks. All these Pokemon are so weird. The way they all interact with each other is nuts. Pick them up. Yeah, like this is like I find this exciting. You know, solo comms necessarily ain't my forte. It's definitely tough talking to myself for 2 hours, but it's exciting. This is riveting stuff, man. Down to the wire. 2 cards left in hand. Ugh. Just gonna go for the pass here. We just have the Pidgeot V in the hand, so we do have the option to... Yep, benching the Pidgeot, so the deck out will be... Yep, there we go. What's up, Andre? How you doing, bud? Welcome in. That was a smart card to hold to the end there. Me, I'm a professional Super Smash Brothers commentator. I've commentated Smash for over 10 years. And now I'm expanding into Pokemon because that's what I like to play now. I play both. So, I've been doing casting for the Shuffle Squad since the end of the year last year. And I look forward to a fruitful relationship moving forward as we, you know, as I try to follow my dream of being a Pokemon TCG commentator. So, hopefully with all my years of experience and expertise, that will lead to something. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, those I love all the Smash games. I commentate the newer games. I commentate Ultimate and I commentate Smash for the Wii U. That's where I got my start. And I commentate Brawl. So I can commentate all the Smash games at a competent level. That was my main cup of tea when I as a commentator. And now I also commentate TCGs. So let's play my Turbo Hands with Raichu. Very nice. Ah, you're chilling, bro. You're fine. Like I said, everybody's got an opinion on stuff. As long as you're not, as long as no one's ever mean about it, that's all that I care about. So, I'm in someone else's home. So, here we go. Game 2. Again, really smart stuff there from Pape. Holding on to the Pidgeot V to the last second. Pidgeot V is your ace in the hole to save you from the deck out. Huge stuff. Hey, listen, I think I gotta look at that City League list again for Miraidon. That list was nuts. Yeah, it's so weird, man. Miraidon is so back. And I kind of hate that. I don't know, man. Best of one is a heck of a format, so. Yeah, Lugia got top 4 this event. Cool stuff. Can't wait. Next format's going to be so sick. I'm very excited. I'm excited for some of these old decks to get some life flushed back into them. Like Gardevoir, I'm sure is going to be very, very good still. As if that's any indication of how things went. All right, let's see how the turn goes here for Blitzle. Things are a little... Oh, you got Pidgeot. So that's good. And a rare candy. So the Pidgeot part of Pidgeot Control has been put online. We have established... Ooh, yikes. All right, we got Chi-Yu on the table here. And we got Forest Seal Stone. And you got Switch card, so I think if you're gonna go for the energy card here, I think. Yeah, you're gonna get the fire energy. You're gonna switch into the Chi-Yu, and you're gonna start schmilling cards away. Oh, that's a tough hand. Losing a vacuum there sucks. Here we go. 2 more cards about to hit the bin. Jealousy Sin. You gonna do it? There you go, baby. There goes Thornton and a pal pad, so. And the hand is not great. However, we have Pidgeot. And Pidgeot get you anything you want. Okay, we're going to start blustery winding. Pidgeot V is in the hand. Crushing Hammer. Uh-oh. Oh, swing and a miss. Tough. Would have been huge stuff. Yeah, I'm not Ionoing that hand. You're nuts. Don't you dare. Mm. There we go. Get another smack at it. From deep. And we hit it. There we go. No energy on the body right now. No Luminia, no Arven. Gonna be forced to quick search again for possibly the double turbo energy. Yep. Plus we're going for another 100 damage. So good job putting the bravery charm on the Chi-Yu here. Gonna whiff the penny. But we did get the Giacomo. The Giacomo is kind of, yeah. Oh man, Giacomo's huge here because you can just get rid of the double turbo. That is so clean. And we again just keep milling away to resources, man. That's all you gotta do. There's no secondary Pokemon established here. Yeah, Pidgeot's a good Pokemon to have established. But your options are severely limited right now. Oh, are we Chi-Yu off? Here we go, baby. Snail race. Oh, no. Not exactly the end of the world because Club has got free retreat. There you go. Quick searching again here. Penny's going to pick up the Cleffa. From the Chi-Yu, we're going to use the secondary attack, Flame Surge. It's going to knock out the Chi-Yu here. Get Blitzle on the board. And a couple Snorlaxes for your trouble. Boss up Pidgeot. Get back to bossing the Ericas. Everything else is pretty situational. Still got that second Pal Pad, so you can get back anything else you might need. Airy and Misfortune Sisters are going to be the choice. Again, I think both those cards, phenomenal supporter cards. I'm just going to instant charge here. Good cards to have in hand. Alright, the hand size has now been brought back to a size. The boss coming up, is it going to be Sandshrew? Yep, Sandshrew's the lucky contestant today. Okay, throwing a Mist Energy on there. Very nice stuff. That's Temple of Sinnoh coming down. That's going to shut off the Mist Energy so the effects of attacks will still have an effect here. And we're going to Iono the hand away. So 4 going back to Blitzle. 6 coming to Pape. And a good hand for next turn, so. Charge. Again, Blitzle going to be able to get one of anything he needs here because of Quick Search, so. We get the Stadium bump. Do we get the item bump? I don't know how many vacuums he plays. I'm assuming he plays a few. Nope, just going to be the penny. Pick up the Chi-Yu. Allow you to get that energy back and do the Blustery Wind for its full 120 damage. So that's going to knock out the Sandshrew. So the prize continues to go into favor of Blitzle. Going on the offensive here with the control deck. Nothing to boss up. Just going to go for the Team Yell's Cheer. Sandshrew, the Chi-Yu, and the Giacomo. Oh, no. Going to go for the Iono instead. Don't hate that. Artisan will allow you to establish another Snorlax or the Sandshrew. Yep, it is going to be Sandshrew. Again, you want that ability, that sand stream, preventing your opponent from getting supporters and stuff back cards from their discard, obviously. Plus 3 in for 120. We have Penny in hand. Go for the Nest Ball. Grab another Snorlax. No, we're going for the Airy, okay. All right, willing to give up on the Snorlax here. Just going to let the knockout come here. All right, plus 3 win. Once again, get the job done. It's going to be Blitzle going down to 2 prize cards. Piecing it together still. Okay, I'm going to put the Charm down somewhere. Going to put on the Snorlax. And double heads on the Silene. That sucks. Instant charge again, knowing that you at least have a turn of this Pidgeot attacking you. But again, you do have the Pidgeot V. You are unable to deck yourself out here. I would have stuff down to a 2-card hand, just kind of get all those cards back in fresh. There you go. Going to get the Mimikyu out of the prize cards. Yeah, Mimikyu not going to have a huge factor in this matchup, but it can. You know, definitely not a bad card to have in your disposal. Oh, ending the turn. Again, I think the deck out strategy is not going to be huge here, but you do have the Mantine benched, so can use that second attack to help get a Pokemon out onto your opponent's bench that they might not want there. And it's just been the Pidgeot show right now, so 1 prize card left for Blitzle. Ooh, okay, but Mimikyu gonna have a factor here because now you that Iono top deck was vicious because you can Iono him down to 1 and he can't hit you unless he has a boss left in the deck. They're gonna go for the Eerie instead. They're gonna get rid of the Ultra Ball and the Rare Candy. Those are obviously huge items. Instant charge. Does your opponent have the boss's orders? Do we have it? Chi-Yu Fire energy. No, we're just gonna singe. What do we do here? Yep, gotta let the Iono rip. Get those cards back in the deck while you still can. And instant charge. Risky move to do so when you're, you know, you have 10 cards left in the deck, so. I'm thinking about what the course of action is here. There ain't really a whole lot you can do. Oh, that'll help. Yikes. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one to get out of the active. Uh-oh. Definitely sus. Okay, here we go. Just passing the buck. Yeah, that certainly is a choice. I was going to say, is somebody sniping? I mean, that's a them problem to work out, man. I got no say in that. That's certainly a choice, though. Oh, Misfortune Sisters. No cards to draw. Yay. Guaranteed third game between these guys. Cool. All right, folks, for all the marbles. One last game between these guys. The good old-fashioned control off. Here we go from my Stalin. Oh man, it's a tough deck choice, Nave. All right, folks, here we go. Game 3 between the control off. Let us see how it goes here. Again, I think I've played so little of both of these decks, I don't really know what the outs are, but it looks like the deck out seems to be your best bet here. Good starter in Snorlax. Let's see how it all pans out. All right, so far, not a bad start. Got the Rotom, we got a Snorlax established. Let's see what Blitzle's turn is. Big hand going for the area. I'm assuming that Crushing Hammer is going to get smoked, or the Pal Pad. Or both. Interesting turn there. Not great. All right, going to go for the Arven here. All right, Bravery Charm dropping on the Sandshrew. Again, that extra 50 HP. So huge. Chiyu going to hit the deck here. As well as Pidgeot V. Drop that Forest Seal Stone on there. Use a Star Alchemy. There he goes. Going to attach that Fire Energy. And we're just going to... Yep, shuffle the Pidgeot back into the deck along with the Forest Seal Stone. And pass the buck. All right, Pidgey has hit the bench here, so Pidgeot will soon hopefully be joining the suit. All right, no Pidgeot yet. Tough stuff up, but here comes the Arven. Gotta get that rare candy and something else we need. Probably a cape. Most likely, I'd imagine. Yep, Ultra, we're gonna get the Pidgeot, so easy choice here. There you go, the double turbo energy attached. So we're going to start swinging for damage now. Going to start playing that game once again early. Pidgeot was huge in that last game. Pidgeot took all the, almost pretty much all the prize cards. So going to grab the Arven here. That's going to be huge. Arven's going to allow you to get a tool you hopefully need. So we're going to boss up the Cleffa. Cleffa cannot free retreat. So we're just going to instant charge, replenish his hand, keep things going. We got the Hero's Cape in the hand. So that's huge for wherever that goes down on. Ugh. All right, Silene hits the hand. We got Eerie. You could go for the Jugular, but I think we're just going to go for the Silene, try to get some ours back in the hand. You hit two heads. Love to see it. So stack your deck of what you want on the top and the bottom. We're going to put the Fire Energy on top. Looks like the Pokémon is going to be the bottom card. And it looks like you're just going to instant charge. Charge. Once again, quick search doing its thing. What's up, Spider-Man? How you doing? That's a knocked out Snorlax. I'm going to put Mimikyu into the active because there's nothing else that we can gust around here. Do you go for the airy here? Nope, gonna whip the Poke here. That stinks. Ooh, lots of good choices. There we go, charge. There we go, benching the good guys. What is the opponent playing? So one side is playing Pidgeot control, the other side is playing Snorlax stall. So good old-fashioned control off here at in late night. Top A190. Very, very tough stuff. But against some guys here established to do some good damage. Alright, now Mimikyu's still the only guy in the active here, but Jealousy Singe does not care about that. You're not swinging into Mimikyu. You're just going around it to discard cards. And so far the deck is it's getting a lot smaller here for Pape. But they do have an Iono in hand. They do have the Pidgeot in hand. There you go again. Just doing the right stuff against control, man. You got to keep the bench small. You got to make sure you're benching things that can swing. Penny has been grabbed off the Poke here. There you go. Born Ashore coming through here. Alright, the Born Ashore attack brings one of your poke. Tending to tie. Well, there are rule breakers as to how that doesn't happen. And also, Pidgeot control has the ability to attack, so there is prize cards to be taken here. But in regionals, if both stall decks are not taking prize cards, there is rule breakers and tiebreakers in place as to like make sure that the whole tournament doesn't end in a draw. I believe the way it goes to the higher seeded player at that point. If a stalemate has been reached. Then only 8 cards left in the deck here, so. Alright, counter catcher coming through here. Gonna send the Mawile up. Pape gonna get the Team Yells cheer and a Silene back. Rightfully smart stuff. Pidgeot Veals hitting the bench again. Penny with that Vanishing Wings attack prevents the deck out from happening. Hey man, I've seen it happen before. Snorlax stall is nuts. Snorlax for Snorlax ain't necessarily the most entertaining thing in the world, but man, is it a... That certainly is a game of chess. Alright, Silene coming down again. And hitting a double head. So that's always good stuff, man. When you're able to get the full amount of flippage out of your Silene. And just going to stack the deck. Doesn't really matter. You're just going to draw into the cards you need anyway, so. Alright, Pape coming through to get the Silene back. As well as the Giacomo. Giacomo obviously going to be huge here and taking off that special energy. Team Yell's Cheer coming in. Alright, just trying to find the right options. The cards over here. Temple Citadel's going to shut off the double turbo energy attached to Pidgeot, so Pidgeot will not be able to attack without overcommitting energy. And only eight cards left in the deck here for our good friend Pape. So. Alright, good old-fashioned block off here. Nobody's trespassing here. So, Erica's Invitation coming through. We got options, and I think it's going to be that Cloth EX again. Cloth EX very good against decks like Charizard that, like, you know, only play a finite number of energy cards. You only have a finite number of ways to accelerate it to you. Alright, passing it along to me to Pidgeot hitting the bench here. It's going to prevent the deck out once again. Let it swim freely here, but only... Alright, double Pow Pad coming back because of the double hit off Silene. Huge stuff, just going to instant charge again. So a 13 card difference between both players right now. Tough stuff, man. Real tough stuff. It's going to pass the buck. There's the Iono in hand. I guess, you know, half the battle with Stall is knowing when to pull the trigger on your, you know, on your wig or your whatever you got to put on. Here we go. Is this the final play? Locking the Cloth in the active with no way to get it out. You know, Super Red going to allow you to get some friends back. They're just going to pass the buck. There, it's again a good old-fashioned stare off here between both parties. I think we're waiting on the perfect time for both the Iono and or the Miss. Here we go. Again, at the very last second, we're going to hold on to that, you know, possible Pidgeot draw again. Yeah, we're just draw passing, folks. There ain't a whole lot we can do here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Did we get a glitch? Oh, no. Oh, my God. That was scary. All right, passing it back. Only 5 cards left in hand. We do have the Iono to let it rip at the right moment. But when will be the right moment? Or are we just thrown in the towel at this point? There you go, Silene. Are we gonna hit double Silene again? Yo, oh my god, man. How does he keep hitting it? That's crazy. Alright, Silene's gonna get the Pal Pad and counter catcher. Smart stuff to have. Instant charge with 5 cards left in the deck. That's dangerous. But I feel the Iono hitting next turn, so I think we'll be okay. Alright, it's going to be Silene and the Airy off the Pal Pad. Dude, don't go worse for Token. Yeah, that's nuts. Silene is certainly a card. Does McFortune hit? Yep, you got rid of 2 cards there, so. Why does the Snorlax play Shiftry? Because then you gotta play Rare Candy, and that's that ain't great. The deck out's been saved, or you're gonna get 3 cards back in the deck. Alright, pass it back one more time. What are we gonna do? Slowly but surely, Pape is getting every ounce out of this deck. Alright. Passing back to Buck again. This is going to be, I think we're just going to be in a pass-off situation. But the Iono is still in hand, so we're going to be able to get all these cards back, but you don't want to give your opponent all these cards back. One heads off the Silene. Alright, looks like we're just in an old good old-fashioned pass-off here. And just a lot of recycling the Cycling supporters. Female Sheer, Silene, all those guys. Just passing a buck. 7 cards to 5, 7 cards to 6 now. There you go, thinking about it. Do we just rip the bandit off, go for the Eries? Do you just any items and everything? Snag, I think that's what we do here. Alright, once again, passing it back. What is the play going to be here? You think stolen this cloth in the active would have been bad. No 2-card difference. I think this is where the Pidgeot does come into play. And you don't want to Iono your entire opponent's hand. Get them also back to within, 20 cards of what's going on. All right, we are tied at 4 each. Yeah, this is certainly an art form. What are we gonna grab here? Well, unfortunately, we only got the 1 head. All right, here we go. So keeping it close, man. Again, there's no hand disruption to be played in these lists, so I think you're just gonna see the Pidgeot hit the deck at the swellest time that you need them. All right, the deck continues to get bigger here. Again, so you now at this point you even need to bench the Pidgeot because you already got a pretty good buffer window here. 2. Here you go, the team yells cheer. Gonna put everything back. Oh, man. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going on here. Silene once again. Whiff on the Silene. Not a Pape in sight. All right, goes to 2 cards. Do we have the Iono? Yep, there it is. Yay. It most likely is. I'm going to keep it a stack, though, folks. I have a hard out tonight, so I ain't... If this is not finished in the time I needed to finish... Some of us got to go to work tomorrow, so if this isn't finished in the time I needed to be done, we're done here. Interview? Nah, I think you're chilling, bro. I get. Yeah, I think you're both playing to get the other person to time out, which I think is what I imagine is going on here. So, I said, you do you. I have a hard out tonight because I have a day job, but I gotta wake up early tomorrow. So, charge. Two heads again off the Silene? That's nuts, man. Oh my god. This deck just goes. Alright, are you going to get rid of the Nest Ball? Yeah, the Silene heads have been nuts. That card is insane if you hit both heads. It just feels like your possibilities are endless. There you go, 6 cards left in deck. Two heads again. Oh my god, bro does not miss. Oh, there we go. The concession is there. Pape has Blitzle has had enough of the Silene heads. And there we go, folks. Pape is going to be your victor this week. 15 coin flips won. Insane. So congrats to Pape. I was doing an interview, but it is late. But we'll talk. We'll definitely talk another time about the deck list stuff. So congratulations to you. That was some good stuff. That's gonna be it from us for tonight, folks. We're gonna be back on YouTube with these starting this week. We're trying to get the numbers back up. So thanks to you guys for chatting. Thank you guys for hanging out. And we'll see you guys next week for more late night TCG as we continue on here in the Temporal Forces meta. Good night, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful evening and take care.